Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome, one and all, to this newest review. You can tell from some of the noise in the background, we actually have a little bit of ambient noise, some traffic, I think there was even an airplane, a little bit of wind, and there's a reason for all this noise. There is so much hype right now for this chicken sandwich. The entire population of the world is on their way to Burger King just to try this. I'm getting in on the latest craze, and that's why. This is, you are witnessing the single largest mass migration in history. Everyone is taking themselves to Burger King to get the King sandwich, and that's what I have here today. Now, you might be saying to yourself, wait a minute, you recalcitrant slime ball, you. Didn't you just review this sandwich from Burger King? What's going on? So here's the story behind this one. Burger King did release a chicken sandwich, and they were very gradually releasing it over the course of 2021. Some locales even reported getting this sandwich all the way back in like February and March of this year. And it was just a very gradual rollout. Well, in early June, I guess the Burger King corporate decided, okay, now we're going to formally roll it out, we're going to start the ad campaigns, etc., and now it's really being promoted. I tried to get this sandwich, I think it was in late May, or maybe very early June, and I wanted to get the original chicken sandwich, the brand new one, because they released this big chicken sandwich to compete, with Popeyes and KFC and, Chick-fil-A and McDonald's and all that stuff. I mean, the way it goes with these chicken sandwiches. And I didn't get the original one. There was just a mistake at the Burger King. They gave me, like, the Spicy Deluxe instead of the original, and I just reviewed that instead. And also, I originally said that I think it was burnt, but I think the oil was old, and either way, it just tasted horrible. So, I wanted to just get the original one, because I never tried it. And that's where we are today. Now that I think more people are familiar with it, it even has a name now, and that's where that comes in. So I just want to try out the original. I did open it and just verify that I got the right one, which I did, and that's what we're at. So when I tried this out a couple weeks ago, it didn't have a name yet. It was an unnamed sandwich. It was called the hand-breaded Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Well, they said, that name is for losers, and we're going to call it something better now. So it's called the King Sandwich. That's, in writing, CH'King. So it's the King Sandwich. And you might say, no, it's not. You say chicken, like Burger King, chicken. But I disagree with that, because for those of you who like your vocabulary, here's a new word. You can see King, right? So it's King sandwich, and it's a noun, and it has 4 definitions. The first one, actually, you know what? Let's just say what's on the sandwich first before we kind of screw around any longer. What is it exactly? It's of course, a white meat chicken breast, chicken filet, I should say. It's incorrect on my part. A chicken filet. It's crispy, it's breaded, comes with pickles, a special sauce. It's just supposed to be real crispy. So that's what it is. It's available at the price of $5.82. So that's what it is. But exactly in terms of the definitions, right, there's 4 definitions, at least publicly. It's a freshly hand-breaded, in our kitchen, it says. Their kitchen, not mine. Thick-cut, delicious white meat chicken. Juicy, crispy, and crunchy. Your way, way better. So those are the 4 formal definitions. There actually is a 5th definition that isn't on the bag. Now, many, many centuries ago, you have to go all the way back to the medieval era. It was more of like a phrase that you can use if you're frustrated with someone. But nowadays, that's not used anymore. It's just for a name of a chicken sandwich, so that's why it's not on the bag. But there's some interesting history about this word. It goes way, way back. That's why linguistics, it's an interesting thing, let me tell you. Yeah, the chicken sandwich. let's open it up and take a look. Comes in its own little chicken sandwich pouch. And then inside of the pouch, it's in its wrapping. And then inside of the wrapping, it's the sandwich. Let me tell you, boy, this one was, it was tough to get. So, you know, I have a couple Burger Kings near me. You can see it's exactly as marketed. Big chicken patty, the secret sauce, and then more sauce and your 2 pickles. You could really smell those pickles, let me tell you. And then more sauce under there. So you can see that's what it looks like. I'll get a thumbnail and then I'll tell a little story. So there I am with it. Get something like that, and then I'll get another one. Maybe like this. Focus more on the sandwich. And I'll get a third one just like this for the fun of it. Alright, anyway, I know I'll be able to work with something. Alright, as I eat it, I'll tell a little story about how it was to get this. Actually, I'll take a cross-section. I'm going to do that instead. So, you know, there's a lot of Burger Kings nearby. It's not just one. Right? Go to the local Burger King to try to get this sandwich, the Chiking sandwich. Only to find the place is like the most decrepit-looking Burger King I've ever seen in my life. So run down, it was just falling apart pretty much. Obviously closed. So go to another one. And that one's closed too. It's not nothing really going on today, but just they're all run down. It's like, I don't know what's going on with Burger King. Alright, going in, I'll tell you more in a little bit. These 2 Burger Kings, which are usually open, and, you know, they do run a good business. I don't know, they just look like they're all falling apart. So I don't know if they're operated by, like, a franchise, and maybe the same guy owns both of them and is just shutting them down. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but they were both closed. Had to go pretty far to get this one, but I was on a mission. Gotta get the sandwich. And I'm just going to get a tiny taste of the sauce directly. No worries, my hands are clean. So, all's good there. Good news. Unlike the first time I tried this out, where it had this awful burnt taste, it doesn't have that. I think I got this as it's supposed to be, which is good. I would just have to describe this sandwich as remarkably average. Honestly, it's about as average as it gets, quite frankly. There is literally nothing that, you know, strikes out to me overwhelmingly good or bad. I would say that this is like right in smack dab in the middle. You're gonna get what you expect, but it's not gonna be something that's gonna knock your socks off. Nor is it going to be something that's going to make you put a second pair of socks on. That's the funniest joke I've ever heard. No, that was terrible. I'm just adding an even worse joke to a bad one. No, it's just very average. You know, the chicken is just unremarkable. It's not bad, you know, it's just like it's there. Could be a little juicier. You would expect for like a big, you know, a thick piece of chicken like that to have a little more juiciness to it, and it doesn't. But you know, it still tastes all right. It's not burnt, it's not overdone, not underdone. The breading has a little bit of a nice crunch to it as well. It's all balanced out with a little bit of a tang, not only from the pickles, but the special sauce itself. It's like a tangy mayonnaise, really. That's the best way to describe it. You know, it's just like mayo with a little bit of zestiness to it, a little bit of tanginess, very similar to the pickles. Both of them kind of just blend together and are extremely similar in that regard. But that's all that there really is to it. It's just a basic chicken sandwich. No, there's no real prevailing flavors otherwise. Just got a little bit of that chicken, a little bit of that meaty flavor, a little crunch from the breading. Not the most flavorful thing. Again, the most noticeable characteristic is just that tanginess from the special sauce and the pickles, which do help balance everything out and do add a little bit to the sandwich. But that's really the most defining characteristic of it all. Good amount of the sauce. It wasn't too much. Probably actually very happy with the amount of it, considering the chicken is a little on the drier side. So, all things considered, it's an average sandwich. Just one of these things that's like, kind of feeling Burger King today, want to get a chicken sandwich, and I'll go here, give it a shot, you know? Again, it's like, I would say this is a very safe bet. You're gonna get what you get. Some chicken, a little bit of tanginess, and that's about it. Not overwhelming, not underwhelming, not extremely, extremely good, not extremely bad. It's just like, this is probably one of the most average items I've ever reviewed, quite frankly. But it certainly is a big improvement from the one that I tried previously. So as a result, what am I going to be giving the Chiking sandwich out of 10? On my rating scale, a 5 out of 10 is average, that's the midpoint. And this is going to get a 5. There's certainly some things I wish it were a little more flavorful, but it certainly could be worse. This is just a total middle-of-the-road item. You get what you get, and certainly some room for improvement, but not the worst thing I've ever had either. So, there you have it. Again, it's just like, I think from Burger King, I like the Whopper the best, and next time I go to Burger King, I'll probably just get a burger. That's just my take, but that's what it is. It's an inoffensive chicken sandwich. So, finally was able to try out the Chiking sandwich from Burger King, and finally able to see what it's all about. And with that, that's all that I have for you. Thank you for watching today's review. I'm your host, The Report of the Week. Until next time.